Hey, what's up YouTube? AlexTheAbstact here, coming with another build video. We are working on my fancy home build. And again, this is a build that I am doing room by room. We're looking to just build this mansion literally from scratch and literally without any floor plans, and I'm doing it in grave detail, room by room. As you can see, we've completed the kitchen area, we've completed a really cool downstairs living room area, a bathroom area, and now today, something that I was looking forward to when I first started this build is to do the outdoor pool area. And my God, when I tell you it is a crazy build, it got crazy. But I had so much fun doing it. So I hope that you stick around and watch it through the end. There's a neat little surprise. And if you want to skip ahead and view it now, I understand. But if not, I mean, if nothing else, I do encourage you to watch the build because I don't know. I was impressed, not to brag on myself, but I really like the way it came out. And I think you will too. So, in addition to this, I am on recording number 2 today, so I'm a little retired. What? Okay. Blah, 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 blah. This is my second voiceover today. I recorded this video a little over 2 weeks ago, and I've been very busy since then, and I did not have time to post. So now I'm doing that today. So I'm gonna try not to be tired, but with that all being said, in my last video that I recorded today, which is probably live at this moment in real time, that would be my Sims build challenge. And I'm trying to get this challenge started. I'm trying to get this challenge trending where basically, you can see it in my last video. I think the name of that one is the Aquarium Home Challenge build. And basically the challenge is, it's nothing new. You've seen this challenge already. You give yourself a time limit, or somebody picks out a time limit for you, and within that time limit you have to completely build a house from top to bottom. Now with my challenge, which I would like to call the AlexTheAbstact build challenge, basically it's the same concept. You get an hour for my challenge, and within that hour what you're going to do before you start is you put this list of build items into a hat. So write them on a piece of paper, rip them off piece by piece, and ball them up. And for instance, you would take things out of the build menu or out of the house structure itself. So in my hat, I think out of the 10 things I put in there, I think I drew a pool, above ground pool maybe. I think I drew a live-in basement. I think I drew a 2-story house. I think I drew 2 bedrooms, and I think I drew I can't remember what the other things are, but again, it was 2.5 weeks ago, so I could just be making stuff up that I drew, but I know I drew 5 things out. And so what you have to do is, within that hour, you have to build a house that incorporates those 5 things that you draw out. And then also at the end of the video, you have to take your Sims through each room, and you have to test out each item to make sure, one, it's functioning. Secondly, to make sure the Sims can actually get to it. When I build, I cut the move objects mod on. Therefore, I can, things that shouldn't fit on shelves, I can make them fit on shelves. You can have things floating in the air if you want to. You can squeeze beds and corners and save yourself a lot of space. So at the end of the video, I do my walkthrough, and I freaking failed because you couldn't use the bedroom, and I think there was things in the kitchen you couldn't use, and I didn't get to decorate the upstairs patio, which was the 5th thing I think I drew, was to complete an upstairs patio deck area. So yeah, that's the challenge. Check the video out. It was a lot of fun. But in that video, I brought up the good, the bad, the ugly in my current life, and I spent probably 10 to 15 minutes talking about the ugly and the bad, and I said, hey, check me out in my next video, the fancy pool build, and I'll talk about the good. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So the good in my life is I've been so busy editing for other people that I didn't get a chance to actually put up a Sims video in the last 2 weeks. And those of you all who are regulars on my build videos, I've missed your comments. I've missed seeing what you've got going on and checking out your videos in return. And those of you all who are new to my build channels, hey, welcome. Glad you're here. Stick around for a while. This video is one of my longer ones, but it's super worth it. So anyways, I've been too busy to edit, been too busy to post anything on YouTube, and here's why. So to backtrack a little bit, or backpedal a little bit, I think 2 years ago, or maybe a year ago, I got really fed up with my job and I wanted to quit. And I went on a fast. I went into prayer over it, and I asked God, you know, is it my time to go? Because what I do now has nothing to do with what I want to do full term. What I want to do long term is I want to write movie scripts, sell them, have my ideas come to life on the movie theaters, with your butts in the seats laughing and enjoying my stories with me. And I also am in love with the art of storytelling through digital editing. So editing TV shows, editing commercials, music videos is what I did for a very long time, but also skits and eventually movies and other things in that form of media. So going back to the prayer and the fast, I went into a prayer and a fast. I was ready to walk out on my job. I got my editing certification from New York Film Academy maybe half a year before I reached this point of being frustrated with my job. And I just felt like I was wasting time. You know, I had a birthday that went through, and I was just like, man, I just turned X amount of years, and I'm like, don't have anything accomplished really besides the fact that, you know, I was focused on the wrong things, because technically we're doing well. We have a nice living situation right now. My kids like school. My wife is happy. I'm happy. You know, and we got a strong bond with God going on in the household right now. So like all the core areas of my life are covered, but the frustrating thing is being in prison 8 hours a day, going somewhere 8 hours a day, and wasting 40 hours plus a week doing something that you don't want to do for the rest of your life after you discover what it is you want to do for the rest of your life. So like I said, I went into fast, I went into prayer over it, and basically my fast and my prayer was, God, is it my time to leave this job? Because in this job we have benefits, it's steady income. It is knowing what I'm going to be doing every single day. So the security of that has its space in my life right now, but it's frustrating because it's not what I want to do at all. And so by leaving that job, my family would lose benefits. I would probably lose the consistent income. And the amount of time it takes to get recognized in the film industry as an editor or a screenwriter, that would be, the amount of time that takes would be a scary and huge sacrifice in comparison to the steadiness that my income brings to the house right now. So it required a lot of thinking and a lot of prayer, because it would be a high risk maneuver. So I went into the fast. It lasted, I think, 60 days. And when I came out of the fast, basically God was like, not right now. And I was like, come on, man. Come on. Really, God? That's what we're doing here? Like I did all of this. And before I started the fast with you, you know, I said I was going to give up this. I was going to give up that. I went on hiatus from social media. I stopped eating meat and sugar and all these things. Like I separated myself from all the things I enjoyed so I can truly focus in on what my next step needed to be. And doing that, I was anticipating getting a, yes, you may go. You can do this. You can go out and venture into what it is you're asking me for. But instead, I got this overwhelming feeling of not right now. It's just not your time right now. So I was disappointed, a little frustrated, but I made peace with it. I was like, I'm gonna do what has got me to this point in life right now, and that is I'm gonna continue to trust God and continue to work very hard at the things that I want for myself and my family. And so I continued to do that, and needless to say, it ended up changing my attitude about my job to now where I enjoy my job. It's not what I want to do at all. It's still frustrating in certain moments. I have my days where I'm just like, I want to just like not go. I'll leave it there. And basically, I've made peace with the job. And so, as I said, I'm a screenwriter. Well, the fun thing is, I got this idea to start documenting certain things that happen in my job that nobody would believe. And what it's turned into is a very fun outline for a television show. So again, something to take away from that story is, no matter what the situation is, no matter what you're going through or where you are in life, if you can find a positive spin, find the smallest inkling of positivity under those circumstances, you'll see what the gift of that moment is. Because literally in your life, you are always where you are supposed to be. I don't believe in coincidences. I think you make choices that dictate your circumstances going forward. But once you are in that current circumstance, there's something for you there, or you would not be there at all. So I had to eat my own words and take that to my job. And in doing that, I found the good things about my job again. And also, I'm getting so much crazy source material because you just would not believe, you would not believe the crazy madness, the insanity, the ludicrous exchanges that happen at my job. It's just crazy, but I'm not even going to go into those details. So back to the origin point of this conversation, or of this story. So I've been so busy as of late, and let me go back actually, and I'll start with the fast. So I went into that fast anticipating God saying, "Hey, it's your time, big fella. Go get yours. Go get yours." He didn't give me a green light in this way. So now here I am, I think a year later, and I'm not hating the job anymore, but I feel like I'm ready to take on something new. I feel like we got some bills that popped up. We got some places we want to go next year. I want to take my family on a cruise. I want to fly back home for Christmas next year. I want to have some extra coins in the bank. And the only way I know to do that is to take on a second job. So in the meantime, what is happening is, in that fast, when I told you, he told me to refocus and to appreciate things as they are, as I said in so many words. I felt like I'm supposed to be focused in on editing and focused in on screenwriting, but yet I wasn't making any money there. So I was going to go to Trader Joe or go to Foot Locker, somewhere and pick up some part-time work. The huge sacrifice in doing that is it would take me away from my family during the week. Because I get up before everybody else, and I'm usually the last one home in the house, and I wouldn't even get that opportunity because I would be working a second job. So I would be coming home while everybody sleep. I love my kids, and I like seeing my wife, and of course I freaking love my wife. So that was not ideal because I like being in the house with my family. So I was getting a little anxious, and I was starting to polish up my resume, and then I was like, hold on. He gave me instructions. He told me to focus on A, B, and C, and he'll take care of the rest. And so when things got a little cloudy, I got away from the plan mentally, and I was like, nope. I'm not going to do this again, because every time I try to do something my way, I drop the ball, I get screwed up, things get messy, whatever. So I'm like, I'm just going to continue to do my little YouTube editing, have fun here, and I'll continue to keep my eye open and keep my ears open for additional direction. So literally, I recommitted to the plan. And then within 3 weeks of recommitting to the plan, I went from needing a part-time job where I can make X amount of dollars but not wanting to do it because I wanted to edit or I wanted to screenwrite, and that's what I felt like I was being told to do. So I was patient, and lo and behold, last Saturday, I get a phone call. And the phone call was from actually one of my coworkers. As I'm talking about these crazy people at my job and changing my attitude towards the job, I get a phone call from one of my coworkers, and basically he tells me, "Hey, you interested in editing? You like editing, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." So he presents it like this: "Hey, my wife's got this little passion project she got done, and she needs some touches on it done. Do you think you can handle it?" And I was like, "Sure, I'll tell you, what all do you need?" And he explains it. It's very minimal. It's very small. So I'm like, "Yeah, I'm your man. I got you." So that came through. And then another person from my wife's job wants me to edit an anniversary video for him. And I was like, okay, that's 2 jobs. And then somebody wanted me to record a wedding and put together this like cinematic wedding video for them. And I was like, as soon as I put my feet back on the path, as soon as I get out of my own way and just trust the path that was spoken before me, things lined up. So my fear of not being able to pay, not being able to have enough money to save up into my savings account, went away. Being out of the house because I'm working a second job doing something else I don't want to do went away. And now I had 3 gigs. It's close to the amount of money that I said, man, but before December we need this amount of money or it's going to be a skippy Christmas. It's going to take care of that, and it's doing something I love. It's doing one of the 2 things that I absolutely love, and I get to do it all from home. So I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. This is crazy, crazy, crazy. So, you know, I was very grateful, very, very, very humbled, and very honored by the entire situation. So fast forward a little bit. I get into this edit for my coworker's wife, right? The one he described as a passion project. So I'm just thinking, you know, it's somebody hired a cameraman, they put together a skit, and it came together. I thought it was going to be like something small scale like that. Oh no. Oh heck no. I got the footage, and it is the most professional thing I've ever worked on. It was shot in 4K. It was shot on, I think, the Alexa camera. Actually, after reading the codec, I actually think it was shot on the Red Epic. But it's just a very professional, very quality product. And so, basically, if you've never worked with a client in editing, the way this works with me is, you send me the work, you send me the notes, I edit according to your notes, I send the product back to you, or the footage back to you, and then you come back with notes, and we do this until we both feel very good about the project. So as I'm looking at the footage and I'm putting it together, I'm going off her notes, and she's telling me what she wants done, and she's saying, I want to do a full episode, I want to do a highlight of the episode, I want to do a sizzle reel of the episode, and I want to do a trailer of the episode. We're going back and forth. I start asking questions in return because I need to know ultimately what's the lifeline for this video. Is this going to be something that is going on TV somewhere? Is it just something you want done? Like what are we doing at the end of this, so I know how to meet your needs across the board. So long story short, what was pitched to me as a passion project is actually a pilot for a television show that the script generated enough buzz that she's taking meetings at said networks and said media outlets. And for instance, I'm not going to say it is this company, but let's just say the networks in the league of your HBOs and your Showtimes and your online distribution, such as your Netflix and your Hulu. And so again, as soon as I step back on the path, this opportunity lands in my lap, and it is the biggest thing I've done since I've moved to California. And it's not a braggadocious situation right now. This is just like me explaining how good things are right now. In addition to, that's why I've been too busy to edit anything else, especially my Sims videos, because once I understood the gravity of the situation as far as editing this pilot is concerned, I cut everything else off so that I could focus in. Because when you get an opportunity, especially when you're knocking on the door of a very inclusive industry such as the Hollywood scene, I guess you would call it, when you get that opportunity, the last thing you want to do is screw up your very first introduction to the industry. Now, I've edited for other people before. I've done music videos, like I said. I did a local reality show, and I've done a couple of other little projects, and all of that was fun, and all of that was amazing, and it whipped me into shape. But this was the real deal. This was a high-end production that had already gone to a post house, that had already been colored, had already been synced, and it looked like something that was ready to go on television. And so, and in addition to that, once I watched the episode enough times, I got the idea of where the show was going, and I think the show is going to sell. My fingers are crossed. I'm praying about it for her, but I think the show is going to sell because it's a really, really cool product, a really, really cool idea of a show as well. So in all, that's why I've been MIA on YouTube. And for the 5 of you guys who watch my videos regularly, pat yourself on the back. I love you. Get a hug from me. That's all you. take that big old, that man hug right there. That's all for you. But I missed you guys and gals because, yeah, I've been extra busy. So in all, that is the good in my life right now. And I think we're going to leave it there for right now. So I'm gonna let this music play for a little bit longer. And then after that, we're going to do the tour of the house, and yeah, we'll pick it up there.
Before you educate the head, try to educate the heart.
Lord, this was a very, very long build. So we're going to start the house tour any moment now. Before that, I just want to say, I think it took me an hour and 50 minutes real time to put this house together, or put this pool house together, this pool area together. And I had a lot of fun doing it, a lot of fun doing it. So any moment now, we're going to spin around and start the tour. And before I even went to this house build, I just went online for CC stuff to find all the things I felt I would need to make this build fun. So I found some floaties for the pool that were really cool. I found some beach chairs, some lawn chairs that were really cool, and this is how it came out. So as you can see, if you were to come out of the kitchen to the pool area, probably the first thing you're going to notice is the swimming pool itself. It's got the heated bubbles, it's got the diving board, the elevated diving board, and as we make our way across the path, you see we got a game center back here. We also have the lounge area where if we're doing hookah or martinis, you know, you got a cool, comfortable place to come and sit. And again, like every house or every room, I try to incorporate a bookshelf because my wife loves to read, and I always have her in mind when I design. So with that, you saw the book area in front of the fountain right there, or the little rock fountain. You saw the book lounge, and also you see like the little donut floaties in the pool. You got the actual fountain you can swim under. So yeah, I think it looks really cool. I really like the way it looks. So then we would go to the theater bar area, and as you can see, we actually have a drink bar right here. We have the angled windows. We got the massive television. It's probably too big to be that close, but I'm trying to go for a theater projector style area. In reality, I would probably shrink the pool a little bit so I can pull this room back a little bit more so the TV wouldn't look oversized. But yeah, the concept is to have like a covered area for you to cook, for you to eat, for you to watch TV or play video games or whatever it is you're going to do. So we got some benches against the wall, and then you go into the actual changing area. Now this was a doozy to build, as you saw, but we have a weird little bathroom / locker room area. We got the toilet. You saw the shower stand right there. There's a shower right beside the actual sink area itself. And so yeah, I thought that was very necessary if you have an area like this outside where you got a swimming pool, but you got so much more to do besides go for a little dip. But in all, that is the fancy pool area. The house is coming together. Next, we're going to go upstairs and we're going to work on these bedrooms and see what else my brain comes up with as far as how unique to make this crazy situation of a mansion come together. If you like it, hit the like button. Make sure you leave some comments. Do not be afraid to subscribe, and please add me to the notification gang. Thank you for checking out another one of my videos. This is AlexTheAbstact, and I will see you in the next one.